Good morning, children. Welcome to the refreshing class of English after a long time. This is Raindrops, Grade 4, Lesson 6, The Happy Prince. Children, you may watch many pictures on this page. Here, people are helping each other. In one picture, children are eating something, and in the last picture, a sick girl is lying on the bed. Children, all these pictures are telling us something about Happy Prince. Happy Prince is a very helpful prince. He loves people. He loves to help people. He cherishes happiness all around himself. He has concern for hungry people. He cares for sick people. So let us read about the Happy Prince and his little swallow. There was once a prince who had everything he wanted, so he was never sad. His people called him the Happy Prince. When the Happy Prince died, his people had a statue made of him. The statue was made of lead covered in gold. The eyes were made of blue gems, and in his sword was a big red gem. The statue was put up on the top of a tall pillar, right in the middle of the town. In that country, the winters were very cold. So every autumn, the swallows flew away to a warm place. That year, one little swallow was late. He couldn't go. That night, he came to the town and he landed on the top of the tall pillar, right between the feet of the Happy Prince. The little swallow was just settling down to sleep when he felt a drop of water. He looked up to see tears falling from the prince's eyes. "Why are you crying?" Swallow asked the prince. Swallow asked the statue of the prince. Then the statue answered, "Because of all the unhappy things I can see from here." Then Swallow said, "What can you see, prince?" Now prince is saying, "Far away in a small room lives a poor woman. Her little boy lies ill in bed, but his mother has no money for medicines. He will surely die. Little swallow, will you take her the red jam from my sword? It can save her son's life." So the swallow pecked out the jam and flew off with it to the poor woman's house. The sick boy was tossing about in his bed. He was moving around restlessly, feeling uneasy due to his sickness. But his mother was so tired. She had fallen asleep with her head on the table. The swallow put the red gem beside her, near to that poor mother. Then he flew back to tell the Happy Prince. "It's funny," he said, "but I don't feel cold anymore." "Who said so?" Happy Prince said so. "That now I don't feel cold anymore. That's because you did a good deed." Who did a good deed? That little swallow had done a very kind act by helping the poor mother. All the same, the swallow still wanted to fly away to the warm land. Still, Swallow was wishing to fly away to a warm place where his brothers and sisters had already flew away. So that night he said to the prince, "Goodbye, prince, I'm off now." "Little swallow," replied the prince, "don't go yet. I can see a young man in a bare room where there is no fire." Prince is telling that little swallow about a young man now. That man is a very poor man. He's sitting in a cold room. Prince is telling that he is trying to write, but his hand is too cold to hold the pen. Might be that young man is a writer. He is trying to write something, but due to cold, his hands are not working. And he has nothing to eat. Take one of my eyes. They are made of blue gems, which is very precious, valuable, costly. But I cannot do that, cried the swallow. Prince begged, please do as I ask you, my dear swallow. So the swallow pecked out. Swallow removed one of the gems from the statue's eyes and flew with it to that poor young man. And he placed a gem into a bunch of flowers on the table of that young man. When the young man saw the blue gem, he was so pleased, so happy that he forgot he was hungry, and he went on doing with his work. Now I can pay my rent and buy some food for myself also, the young man is thinking. Back flew the swallow to tell the prince that the good news that I have given the precious blue gem to the young man. And the little swallow is again saying, now goodbye, my dear prince, I'm going. Don't you go yet, pleaded the prince. Prince is again requesting the little swallow that don't go now, just wait for a little while more. Look down here. Do you see that little girl? She was trying to sell matches, but her hands were so cold that she dropped them in the wet. Means there is a little girl whom the prince can see, and prince is telling that that girl was trying to sell matches, but her hands were due to coldness, due to cold weather, her hands were not working and she dropped the matches on the wet ground by mistake. And now the matches are of no use. They have become useless because of getting wet. Her father will scold her when she gets home. You must peck out the gem from my other eye and give it to her. But if I do that, you won't be able to see at all, cried the swallow. You will be blind, my dear prince. Please do as I say, begged the prince again. So the swallow took the blue gem and dropped it in the little girl's hand. How pretty! She smiled when she saw the blue gem, and she ran off home to give it to her father. Once more the swallow flew back to the prince. That time swallow said something very touching to the prince. He said, I cannot leave you now because you are blind. I will stay with you and you can use my eyes to see. The prince wanted the swallow to fly over the town and tell him what he saw. One day the swallow saw two little boys sitting under a bridge trying to keep each other warm. Along came a policeman and told them to go home, to run away from there. He didn't know that they had no home to go. They just got up and went out hand in hand into the rain. When he heard this, the prince was very sad. I have no gems left, he said, but my clothes are made up of gold. You must pack off a bit and give it to those poor children. Every day the swallow saw someone who needed help, and before long all the gold on the prince had been given away. So every day the swallow was removing gold from the clothes of that happy prince and was going to give it to some poor people to help them. And very soon, all the gold on the prince had been removed. He stood on the top of his pillar, looking dull and grey, but the faces of the poor children were now happy. It were no longer white, their cheeks were red, their thin arms and legs grew nice and round, because that swallow and the prince were helping those poor children. From blue gems, from red gems, from gold, they were continuously helping those poor children. And now they no longer had to beg for bread. Then the snow came. The poor little swallow goat called her and called her, but he wouldn't leave the prince because the prince was blind now. At last he knew that his end had come, that he will die now. "Goodbye, dear prince," he whispered as he fell at the statue's feet. "Goodbye," replied the prince, and something broke inside him. It was the heart of prince that broke when the swallow said, "Goodbye, prince." The next day, the mayor and the town councillors passed by the pillar and looked up at the statue. "Dear me, how shabby our prince looks," they cried. "He seems to have lost all his jewels, and someone has stolen his gold clothes also. And look, there is a dead bird at his feet. We can't have that here. It must be taken away at once." "We would better take the statue down too," said another councillor. "We will put up a better one in its place." "Whose shall we put this time?" "Mine, of course," said the mayor. They took down the prince's statue and melted the lead to make the new one, but the workmen found a broken heart inside that wouldn't melt, so they threw it on the dust heap where the little dead swallow was lying. That night, God told his angels, "Bring me the two most precious, valuable, priceless things in this town." And they brought him the broken heart and the dead swallow. And God said, "You are right. This little bird shall always sing in my garden of paradise, and the happy prince shall praise my name forever." With this, the chapter ends, student. Thank you, and I wish you a happy reading.